There's been a lot of interesting news, changes, and things that I think you should know about Hearthstone Battlegrounds, so let me go into it. First of all, there has been some patch notes, but these were server-side, also known as a hotfix, meaning they don't show up anywhere. If you go into the client, you wouldn't even know this is a thing. Again, these do not appear in the normal patch notes, so the only way you can know that these are a thing is either by following developers on Twitch, like people that are part of the Hearthstone team because they will tweet about it, or going on the forums yourself, which no one does, or being subscribed to this channel, because I'll keep you up to date. So let's go over some changes real quick that we saw happening 3 days ago. First of all, there is some armor updates. I usually don't go over these because, well, they're quite a lot, and I don't even know how many of you keep up with these, because it's really hard right now to know what the armor tier of each hero is. We still don't have a full hero tier list with armor. Like, there's no way you can actually check what armor each hero has right now. Pretty annoying. But some quest rewards. These are way bigger because quests will obviously influence the game a lot and are a big part of balancing. And now Teal Tiger Sapphire, which is rolling, gives you buffs. Snicker Snacks, which triggers 2 battle cries at the end of turn. Yogg-tastic Tasties, which is the Yogg wheel random effect. Devil in the Details, which is buffing 2 cards on your left and right side. Evil Twin, which copies your highest health minion on the board, and another Hidden Body, which is a recent quest they added back in, which discovers you a card on your Tavern tier. All of these have been made slightly easier to earn, so these will now be, well, easier to get, therefore they will be better. Now, I'm surprised that they made another Hidden Body easier. I think it's a pretty good quest, so I would definitely expect this to see a lot of play. Evil Twin, same thing, I think. That one was kind of fine, seeing it even easier now. It's a little bit confusing, but all of the others make a lot of sense. They're pretty weak, they're very situational. So Yogg-tastic Tasties will now be easier to complete, so we'll see a lot of more random Yogg reels, which, I mean, that's fun to play. Now, on the other hand, Stolen Gold, which, well, makes your left and right side cards golden. Ritual Dagger, which buffs death rattles once they die. Tiny Henchman, which gives +3/+3, I think, to 3 cards from tier 3 or lower. And Secret Sinstone, which doubles your discovers. They have all been made more difficult to earn, which makes a lot of sense. All of these were really strong, except for like Tiny Henchman. This one confuses me a little bit because I don't see it being played that much. I barely take it as well. So this one being buffed, or being even harder to complete now, seems interesting. Because yeah, this one did get buffed. Then Stolen Gold, a lot of people have been complaining about this, so this being more difficult, really good. Now, probably the biggest changes is that Stolen Gold will be offered significantly less frequently, which is a good thing because Stolen Gold has been, I think, the most annoying one to face. This one has been so stupid with leapers, with so many combo comps, so it is now offered way less, and it is more difficult to earn. But you can still pull it off with leapers. I still lost 2 Stolen Gold leaper comps, 2 Stolen Gold Omega Buster comps, or whatever. It's still good with Targal Sas with a golden selfless endgame. So I still see a lot of people tweet about this and screenshots of Stolen Gold just wiping out a lobby. The real issue is not resolved, which is just the effect, but you will see it way less. So it's good. Overall, the change is good. We will not have to complain about this as much anymore, but we will still have those blowout lobbies, sadly. And now Mirror Shield is also now banned in Murloc lobbies. So previously with Mirror Shield, that's the one that gives you a Divine Shield on a random card in a shop. You could just, in a Murloc lobby, buy Divine Shield Murlocs, look for Toxfins. Tada! You basically have a Megastar, which just gave your whole board Divine Shield and Poison. Very toxic. I assume in lower lobbies it just insta wins against most compositions, except for like Beast Max that often can beat that still. But in higher ranks, like, people were able to identify, you know, when they have to find a blaster. So in higher ranks, this was not that big of an issue. People just find a blaster against anyone who's playing Mirror Shield, and that way they are easily able to counter boards like these. But still very annoying. I think it's good that it is not offered in Murloc lobbies anymore. I think it's a net positive in the game. So that's now important to know. Hope you guys found this useful in any way, shape, or form. Now, bug fixes, none of these were from Battlegrounds. Now, moving on, I want to share something interesting that I learned on Twitter a couple days ago from Nina. So I'll just let her tell you guys about it.
Did you know about this crazy interaction between Aranna's hero power and Aranna's Felbat? Recently, Aranna's hero power has been changed, and once it's activated, Bob's Tavern will always have 7 minions. So as soon as you buy a minion from the tavern, a new one will immediately replace it. This means that you can get some insane scaling with Felbats without running out of minions to gobble on.
So yeah, as you guys see, Aranna's hero power, well, what's changed, so now every time you buy something, It does refresh in the shop, and that apparently works with Felbat. So the more you know now, Aranna apparently has really good synergy with Felbat, and apparently whenever I talked about it, it seems like no one in chat knew about it, so I wanted to share this with all of you. Now you know. And again, this was by Nina, so go give her a follow. I just yoinked her clip here because it explained it better than I could. Now I also want to yoink Poki's clip. Now Poki made another very important observation that I want to talk about. Okay, I'm hiding him. I'm going to show his beautiful face.
Do you think the battle pass sucks? I think it sucks. I finished it in a month. I don't feel fulfilled at all. Look, I have all the cosmetics. All of them. Right?
Yeah, so the gist of it is that I am also done with the battle pass already. I don't even play that much. I don't play Battlegrounds daily anymore. I stream only a couple days a week. That's when I play Battlegrounds, and only for like 4 hours. And I'm already done, and there's still so many months left. I feel like this was way too easy. I want to know, to those casuals of you that watch and that play this game, probably not as much, or probably not for a living, how far are you in the battle pass? Now, I didn't pay for it. Again, I didn't support it. I don't know if you get an XP boost for paying for it. Maybe you do. I guess we could find out. No, okay, there's no XP boost, because I know with standard that is the case. But yeah, I'm also done. And same with the rewards here, the quests. I've never looked at these. Like this should give you daily or I think weekly quests. Never looked at these. I've always been able to, well, get them automatically done without worrying too much. So it doesn't feel like a challenge. Again, I think Poki explained it really well. He made a video about it, but I think they definitely should relook at the pass, because this seems like it's way too easy and it's not challenging, and it doesn't actually add a whole lot. It gives you a lot of free cosmetics, a lot of cool shit, but the reward progression doesn't feel like it seems to be there. So it's good to see that I'm not the only one that felt this way. Yeah, again, it would be interesting to see what other people have to say about this. Now I want to bring another important topic to your attention, and that is that we are currently at 78 bosses. I don't know why they're called bosses and not just heroes, but 78 heroes. We are getting closer to 100, and it is gonna keep going up. Every update there's new heroes being released. Let me just scroll through this, see how many heroes that we have. It's ridiculous, and they just keep coming, and they don't stop. So the reason why this is an issue is because the more heroes you have, the harder it will be to balance the game. The harder it will be to come up with new interesting mechanics, because there might be a hero power that breaks it, or a card, you know, that interacts with it poorly. So they've never really taken out heroes. They have in the past when they were too broken, like when Battlegrounds, I think it was in its first year, but since then I don't know of many heroes that just got removed from the game, actually any at all. Even nerfed or buffed. Like there's a lot of old heroes that suck that have not seen any changes for a while. And the only reason why, again, I'm bringing this up is because 1 month ago we got the biggest patch ever, and they wrote this: we're committed to maintaining hero and gameplay balance so that the choice from 4 heroes is more about optionality than power. Coming back to the battle pass, that now 2 heroes are locked behind a paywall. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because, well, it seems like it kind of died down. It was like a bit of controversy at the time. It felt like the game was dying. I got so many comments of people saying, I'm going to quit the game, I'm never playing again. But guess what? Nothing happened. A couple weeks later, everyone forgot and we moved on with our life, it seems. But I think it's interesting to bring again to the attention that they're not holding true to their word, as of right now at least. Now, I will say hero balance feels really good. They're doing active balancing, as we saw in the patch notes. They are changing a lot of armor tiers, and armor is actually a good balancing mechanic right now because it influences quests. So as long as quests become easier for heroes with higher armor, I'm actually able to play most heroes in the game to an effective rate because I know I'll have good quests. And then low armor heroes are actually not that good to pick unless they have a really good hero power and you can make something work with that. So I'm just scared of when quests are removed, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna keep balancing the same with armor and then issues will arise? And when are gonna be, you know, when are the boring hero powers gonna be reworked? Because I take a lot of heroes purely for their armor, not even for their hero power, meaning I'm just playing a patchwork essentially with better quests than playing an interesting hero. So I would really like for them to keep this up, because that's the main justification why the perks now cost real money instead of just gold. So turning the game into more of a pay to win mechanic, which again, I'm not going to go too deep into about, but you do have a strict advantage with 4 heroes over 2. And I wanted to be optionality more than power, so I want to have it feel like I'm not at a strict disadvantage with. It definitely feels like right now. And then another thing is runestones. Runestones was the other second big thing with this patch that a lot of people were annoyed about, and I was hopeful about it. It didn't seem that predatory or that bad. It's just a new currency, which is annoying because you have to buy that, and with that you need to buy in the game. But it offered stuff like, well, as they wrote here, with runestones we'll be able to offer additional small skill items such as individual battleground skins, stuff like that. So it felt like there were some benefits to runestones as well. If we look at the shop right now, where are those benefits? Now you can buy a single strike here, but that's €5, I'm pretty sure, or $5. Pretty sure you could do that just with money instead of runestones. Now they did have single skins for sale at the start, but the skins were priced at 150 runestones, and as you will see, you cannot buy 150 runestones. And as you will notice, if you can do some math, 500 runestones and 1000 runestones, they all don't divide into 150 runestones. So you would have to buy 1500 runestones to spend all your runestones if you want to buy individual skins. 10 of them total. This was a very actual predatory and scammy strategy to have people have leftover runestones in their account or spend way too much money that they didn't want to spend if they want to buy a couple skins. So this was probably the worst thing they've ever done. They did take out skins in the shop, that is probably why, but ever since then there's been no upside of having runestones in the game. Even if anything, it's just like way more annoying every single time, because if you want to buy, well, let me give you a better example. In the normal shop, if you want to buy some items such as this bundle for 2500, as you will notice, you can't buy 2500 runestones. You'd have to buy this and then this bundle. You'd have to buy 2 bundles in order to get that one. Same with the big bundle here, which costs, I think, 7000 runestones. 7000 runestones you also cannot get. You would have to buy 5000 and then 2000. Which is just 2 transactions. Now, I think the reason for this and the strategy is, well, you might as well just instantly buy the 8000, you know, you need to purchase one thing, and you can buy the 7000 bundle, then you have 1000 left over, and look how convenient, there's 2 1000 bundles right here, so you would actually end up spending 10 more euros just because of convenience, and end up paying or buying more than you'd actually want to. Runestones have just been a disaster. I was hopeful, but turns out that they're just as scummy as a lot of people said they were gonna be, and I'm scared that things will keep going this way. So that is, well, basically just bringing up what we talked about 1 month ago, now seeing and looking back on if they actually implemented some of this stuff, if some of this stuff is indeed as bad as it did seem, and I think this is the conclusion for now. Now the final thing I want to bring up is that I've been streaming a lot on YouTube and I'm really enjoying it here. I plan on having, well, a schedule and streaming almost daily. Doing a lot of cool content other than just gameplay. Maybe I'll bring back BG review and some other cool stuff, but also tomorrow on Tuesday I will not be going live on YouTube. Instead I'll be live on Twitch because I'll be going live for Gamers Outreach, which is a charity that is doing a big event this month. Basically, Gamers Outreach supplies gaming equipment and enjoyment for people that are in a hospital, stuff like this, which I think is a really good incentive, a good charity. So they reached out to me. I want to help support them. I just wanted to shout this out that I'll be live on Twitch tomorrow with some cool incentives, cool goals. And if you're willing to help out, I think this is an amazing place to do so. Hope to see you there tomorrow. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video or stream or whatever. Thank you.